wanted to wait for me to get home to do this, but it is what it is, dude. I'm pretty sure everybody's seen the Lil Scrappy clip from Love and Hip Hop when he was professing his issues to his mother about what he went through. You know, a couple things stood out to me about that exchange, right? One of the first things that stood out to me when him, Momma D, his wife, and the exchange they all had, where he said, well, you know, I ain't got nobody to talk to. My mama hard, my wife hard. You heard what he said there? He said, my mama hard, my wife hard. You know? So, when he said hard, like, I can't open up to you. Y'all both tough. Y'all don't understand. I probably gonna say, nigga, suck it up, stop crying and shit. That was the most telling thing to me personally about that dialogue. He literally married somebody just like his mother. That was the most telling thing to me. Like what he's saying, I grew up in a whorehouse, I grew up in a crack house, I had to sleep with my mama because I couldn't sleep in my room because other activities was going on here, and I got this pain going on that's affecting me, and I don't have no outlet. Y'all don't care. My mama hard, you hard. And then she turned around and said, what about me? What about me? And once again, like I said in I had a video talking about what it mean when black women say you like you date white women. And I said in that video, it's a lot of stereotypes about black women. Loud, black, no accountability, tough to deal with, resilient, don't want to be submissive. All, you know, could be just, I'm just going to use them as stereotypes. And one of the stereotypes I just named is doesn't want to take accountability. But check out the Real 101 playlist, music entertainment playlist real quick. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. They don't. And we all dealt with that growing up with single mothers. You know, growing up with mothers in general. A lot of black dudes, I didn't grow up in a crack house or a dope house, but you deal with some of, like, think about this. How can you have a kid with somebody, you don't like them, you don't marry them, you had issues, you make a kid that look just like that motherfucking person, excuse me, and not look at that person and say, damn, man, that dude, or, you know, whatever it may be. And not look at that person like that. So you gotta think about, because he gonna have some of the mannerisms, or she gonna have some of the mannerisms, or gonna be just like him or her. But yeah, we all went through trauma, dude. Trust me. And a lot of the trauma that we go through, we don't even connect the dots to know why we went through that trauma. His trauma, you know, that's not a 1 in 1 million story, a 1 in 1,000 story. That's a 1 in 100 story. And he grew up in the height of the crack era, epidemic in the 80s, and, you know, a little early in the 90s. Everybody trauma different, you know. But at the end of the day, you know, it's different when it's your mother, you know, because everybody did, everybody, she did the best that she could. And a lot of them don't deal with their trauma. You know, a lot of them has been raped and verbally and physically abused and all that type of stuff. And as a man, it's always looked at for you to suck it up and take it. And why you think, you know, life expectancy of a male is so much shorter than a female? You know, it always encourages young, people in general to talk to people. It's good. Talk to somebody, talk to a psychologist, whatever. Because you can't talk to your homeboys about it. Oh, soft ass nigga, shut up. Can't talk to your mama about it. Can't talk to your homegirl about it. Can't talk to your girlfriend about it because she gonna use it and shove it in your face when everything don't go right. Another thing about black women, they got really sharp tongues. You know, stereotype, right? So it's a lot of stuff, man. Like I said before, my mama dated people, married people, whatever, and men beat my ass, and they ain't even beat their own kids' ass. I had to deal with that shit. But she was trying to do what was best for me. A lot of us didn't have those father figures there, so they try to find those father figures. But who gonna be like? Who gonna love you like they love their own kid? No fucking body. Just being honest. Nobody, unless they've been there from the beginning. Man, it's very, very rare case. Very rare case. You know? And they try to make us way, but you sympathize more with a woman than a male. By far, you sympathize. You think about it. You see more people forgiving their mother for not being there than their father. But you don't have those conversations with it's hard to have a conversation with your father. And once a lot of these people have that conversation, they have more clarity on why and why not. But a lot of that childhood trauma affects where you're going, and you got to deal with it. You got to deal with. How can you unsee some of that? You know, you ain't gonna never unsee it, but it's always gonna be part of your DNA. But when you don't get it off your chest, and you don't get to know, you know, where's the relief? You know, where do I go to get this off my chest? You like Lil Scrappy. Everybody got a similar story to that. They grew up like, there's some people with 2 parents that had that story. Imagine it, you know, I remember Floyd Mayweather said this in one of his interviews. He said, when I was growing up, there's so many things I want to talk to my father about, but I couldn't speak to him about because I was scared. So even some of these dudes that had their father there, a lot of these dudes were scared to talk about stuff. So when you're scared to talk about stuff, who you talk to it about? If you're not told, you dealing with it on a case-by-case basis. You know what I'm saying? You dealing with it on a case-by-case basis. So as it comes, you take it and hoping you make the right decision. You know, and a lot of us were scared to go to, that had our fathers, and I was scared to go to our fathers about certain things. And scared to have those tough conversations. And the conversation that you had about the birds and the bees, a lot of us, the mother was giving you that conversation. A lot of kids turn around and be scared to ask their dad for stuff, right? They always ask the mama, never ask the dad. And anybody ever wondered why that is? You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of trauma that we dealt with, a lot of us black men dealt with, that don't get fixed. And a lot of our significant others got to deal with it. And a lot of their trauma, we got to deal with it. Why are you taking it out on me and this, that, and the third? And you should go get some help and this, that, and niggas don't be wanting to hear that. Women even your significant other put so much pressure on you. And women don't even be understanding. It's just be so much pressure putting on you. You just sitting there like, dog, come on. And you just expected to take it, and never say Toby. Just keep saying Kunta, Kente, Kunta, until you die. Why you think dudes go out here, cheat, drink, be at the bar, never want to come home after work, don't want to deal with the kids at the house? You the last person to get love. Goddamn TV get more love than you. Goddamn Foster get more love than you. Grass get more love than you. Snow get more love. You the last person to get love. Even if you are the provider, you are the, so, you know, so even everybody on both 2-parent household, 1-parent household, raised by father, raised only by mother, raised only by father, raised by grand, everybody do that. But you always fortunate for some people to give you foresight on advice, and I had that. My dad always used to give me foresight. Mom, grandmother, my granddad gave me some of the best. He always gave me some of the best foresight. And sometimes it's foresight that they give you that I don't even know they be knowing. I don't be knowing that we know they. I don't think they know they giving us foresight. And certain shit that I seen growing up, you know, that I was like, man, why this shit can't happen? Why you tripping like this? And you get older and you understand, bro. It's a lot of game being given, indirectly and directly. And if you take it in, you process it, and you apply it, you'll be better off for it. But a lot of things as a man, you just gotta figure out, bro. You know, one thing about dudes, they not gonna hold our hand. They'll hold their daughter's hand and make them get through it, and that's why they be weaker for it. But a dude, it's just shit you gonna have to figure out. And that's what's expected. But, you know, the trauma that he went through, dog, the most telling thing about that was saying my mama hard, my wife hard. And then she said, what about me? He going through something, now she making. That's one thing about women. They always don't make it about them. You going through something, oh man, you know, it's about me, and this is shit you got, and that's why dudes do what they do. That's why dudes drink, smoke weed, stay in the streets. You know what I'm saying? That's an outlet. That's why they cheat. That's an outlet. You know, women say, well, you can do everything at home. You can have a PS5. You know, you can suck his stuff. You can ride it. You can pay perfect meals. But they don't never talk about the emotional aspect of it. Home is supposed to be a safe haven. If you want to go in his man cave and lock yourself in there and be cool, cool. When he come out, hey, ask what he got to ask. But they never think about the emotional and the mental stress about that. Never. And you can't complain about everything you go through, neither. There's certain things you can't keep telling your wife or telling your girlfriend that's going on. You just gotta figure it out. But yeah, I always encourage people to talk to people. It helped me. I want to start back doing it, but it helped. You know, if it's talking to a man or talking to a woman or doing 6 months with a dude, doing 6 months with a woman, and talking to get a better perspective or find a perfect guy for you. Perfect. Ain't shit weak about that. It's better than smoking yourself to death, putting yourself in debt, drinking. Shit, you know, it'll be a tomorrow. It'll be a Thursday if you keep living. It'll be a Friday. It'll be a Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You know? But it's messed up. But we all, you know, deal with that. We all deal with it. You know? And it's you know, sometimes it's, you know, it's good to get a healthy dose of advice. Even if you got a successful married couple, your parents are a successful married couple, like Steph and Seth's mother and father was for so long, you know, it's still stuff that they can't tell you that you need to know. You know what I'm saying? It's shit that they went through a lot, but every case is different. Every case is different. And dealing with women, man, it's different, bro. Women want to understand why dudes do the way they do what they do, but they never sit there and actually think about it. Everything is the physical aspect. What I give them. I do this, I do that, I cook, I clean, I do, but you ain't never think about the mental aspect of it. So many times niggas be laying there, bro, looking at the ceiling, looking at the wall. You think he's sleeping, he just like, oh, how I'm gonna deal with this, how I'm gonna deal with that. You know, oh, I'm gonna do about this. Damn, I gotta carry the one, I owe this, or I gotta do this, that, and the third. You know? So where's their relief at? You know? So, you know, it's crazy. It's crazy. So, I mean, it is what it is. You know, but you know, it was tough seeing that, dude. But also, it was telling how many dudes that reposted that, spoke on that can relate. And not just take the crack and the whores and all that out of it. You know what I'm saying? They're you know, in childhood, you know, single mother, not single mother, grandparents, both two parents household, single dad, whatever. You know, no parent can give you what you want. I heard Chingy, he says dad, and he was riding around with Rolls Royces when he was a kid. He came from money. A lot of people don't know that. He came from money. He said, but his parents never gave him the love that he was looking for. You know, but what you're looking for and what you need is always, you know, you can lose everything to your advantage. Think about that. I said it again, you can use everything to your advantage. Your pain can be used to your advantage. You know, you just want to not make that mistake with your kids, but everybody don't want to make that mistake with their kids. They're making these kids soft. Some pain is necessary. Some struggle is necessary. Some solidarity is necessary, excuse me. Some struggle is necessary. It is. Think about it. With all the other pain and suffering and discipline that you went through, it wouldn't be you. You know, what's the sunny days without the rainy days? If it's always sunny, come on, how you can prepare for a potential storm? What's the ups without the downs? What's the straights without the zigzag? Come on, all of it go together. Everything ain't always gonna be up. What's that song about Ja Rule? It's murder. What he said in the beginning of that? He said, man, I think he said something like, it's a struggle being black. But he said, you know what, man, I love being black. I love the struggle. I wouldn't paraphrase, I wouldn't change it for nothing. I love the struggle. Love where our nigga come from and all that. There's pride in that, bro. What's so funny, everybody, you know, just see everybody come up and with everybody just up and got the bench, but nobody seen the work somebody put in. Nobody seen when the nigga was on his knuckles and had to make a way. Nobody. That's the beauty. It's ugly, but that's the beauty of it. That's the true beauty of it, the beauty of life. The rainy days, the storms, the times you didn't figure out you was gonna make it through, but somehow you made it through. That's just a trial and a tribulation for the next time you gotta make it through. I ain't trying to sound like I'm preaching or nothing like that, but that's just what it is. Frankie Beverly, joy and pain. You know, gotta love the sunshine, gotta love the rain. But yeah, that man was in pain. A lot of dudes in pain, bro. Trust me. You know, you lucky if you got a homeboy or a homegirl who can listen to your pain and struggle, bro. Lucky. And listen and actually give you some advice. And then when shit hit the fan, it ain't going, you know, your way, they don't throw it back in your face. You know, that's what, you know. You don't fall out, you argue with people all the time. I seen people throw shit in my face. You think you better than this? And I be like, where is this coming from, bro? Come from the same shit. You hear people say, you just think you better. And I just be looking at niggas like, what? That one homeboy said that shit to me a while ago, man. I'm like, I'm with this nigga like, all right. If it was true, a lot of niggas be feeling a certain type of way about you. And if you pay attention, you'll listen. Sometimes, I mean, I feel like I'm an honest and fair person. If I was acting like that, I call a spade a spade. My bad, bro. You know, I ain't know you feeling like that, you know. And women do that shit all the time. I just feel like he doesn't love me like he used to anymore. And this, that, and the third. It's like, bro, love manifests. Day one love and puppy love is not going to be the love in day 5,065 or 20 years later. All that shit manifests into something else. If we effing 50 times a week when we first meet, guess what? That shit ain't gonna be the same 25th anniversary, 10th anniversary. It's just not. Bodies change, everything change. So, that's all I got, man. Give me what you got for a pork chop. You dropped it on me? So, I had to put a chingy line in there. But thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, check out the Music Entertainment playlist, check out the Real 101 playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the link tree, find me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, the whole nine. I appreciate the love, support. The Real 101 playlist, by the way. And let me know what you think in the comment section. One time for the one time, Goodfella TV. Don't forget, check out my Detroit channel right here on YouTube, Mercy Sports Talk. Peace.